Oh shit. I think we're live.
Hello everybody and welcome to the CS Confederations Match Day 6. We've got an elite reschedule, SAV Lions versus the UPS Impastas. My name is Aatrax. The one watching the toast fall over was Nexus. And I
Hi.
am joined by Starly. Starly, how you doing tonight? I mean, it's Friday night. Are you excited for some Counter-Strike?
I am very excited for some Counter-Strike. A little less so now that I saw the map, but I saw my boy Sav was playing. You know, there's only one thing to do on a Friday night, Aatrax. I think we got to Sav up.
Sav up, you think so?
I think
Over the
so.
Impastas?
I
I
have
mean,
a
what?
lawn-seated dislike for spaghetti in this league.
Okay.
I'm afraid there's really no choice in this matter but to Sav up.
I mean, look, you could almost say that the desk is biased tonight because the GM from Sav was a real homie at IEM Dallas. So, I mean, what can I say? Shout out to Leadbone. Like, Sav, I guess I'll be Sav up too. If they win, their score is helping them out in the season to push themselves up and over the playoff line. As you see, we're getting into the warm up here. Pastas and Lions just chilling out, hanging out, warming up. We get ready
Yeah.
for this match.
Unfortunately, we've been forsaken to dust too, but we'll deal with it.
I mean, at least it's not Vertigo, right?
At least it's not Inferno.
That too.
Agreed. Inferno, worst map.
Yeah, it's pretty bad. No, I think this is an important game, right, for both teams. UPS 3-2, Sav is 2-3, so Sav's got a good chance to equalize the standings here. And an elite season tends to be pretty short, right? After match day 6, you're already like halfway through, so this is really like the first game for the second half of the season for both of these teams. And now's the time to kind of break through, like prove your place in the standings. Like, are you going to be like a one and done team in the play-ins, or are you going to go make some actual noise in the playoffs? And I think the easiest way is to start a streak against what should be like an equally matched team.
And you mentioned, as you get into playoffs, are you going to be a one and done team? I mean, Sav might not even make it that far if they don't start winning some games here. They're playing against Impastas. Again, this is a reschedule. They also, I believe, have a reschedule against the Mercenaries. I'm not sure when that is. But they are also a little bit lower. They're currently 7th in the standings. So the next couple of matches for the Lions. Oh, no, I'm sorry. I was looking at the Impasta schedule. Lions are
Everything's
playing
just being picked up here.
1Gs,
I'm sorry,
which
hold on.
are 3rd in the standings. So that's a tough match. But regardless, I mean, they got to start winning here if they want to make it into playoffs, right?
Yeah,
Salve up, but I mean, you got to get up so you can hang out in the playoffs.
yeah, and I mean, looking at the Sav team, there are some familiar names to me, right? Like Taki's been around with Sav for a while. Show got promoted to AGM last season, had a really strong campaign in Challenger. Coming up to Elite, the numbers aren't great, but I know he's IGLing, right? I know his support utility is still good. He needs to be on point for this game against UPS, and this is a strong, well balanced team, right? J Baby and Little Brusca have been doing really, really well as aggressive riflers. Shockingly, the mold of like an aggressive player I always think of in like CSC is Tachyon, because I caught him a couple of times like an average death placement of like a 2.05, like a 2.1, which is about as anti-bait, like as aggressive as you can get in this league. But he's been able to find a solid pack, if you will, of Lions behind him in full cap J Baby and Little Brusca, and I think if Sav wants to win this game, all of them really need to step up and show up. Um, it's going to be through tight pack rifling. It's going to be through a lot of trades. It's going to be through good setup util from Show. And if UPS doesn't find a way to kind of break up this blob of SAF players, I do worry for them on a pug map like Dust 2.
You're absolutely right. Now we've talked a lot about Sav. We have to go over to the UPS side at least just a little bit.
If you
Can't
say so.
glaze Sav too much. I did ask for some background info and I got some from the one and only Kigu, who claims that they're trying to keep the Kigu legacy alive in Elite for the Impastas. Season's been up and down a little bit, stomping games to getting stomped. If you look at some of their matches, match day 1, 13-3 against Cow, but then 13-3 they lose against Nan. So we'll have to see how they can counteract this kind of back and forth, or will we get the Impastas that's just ready to smash versus, or the Impastas that's not, right? They're a little bit back and forth, but we'll have to see how that plays out. And also, too, they have 2 new draft eligibles. Well, I mean, we're halfway through the season, but they were draft eligibles, Soma and West, currently learning the ropes of CSC with Soma opping. So if you're one of the new players out there and you want to cheer for some of your fellow newbies to the CSC, Soma and West over on that UPS Impasta side are going to be the ones that you want to cheer for and
Hi,
keep your
Dingus.
eyes on throughout this match.
I'm a man of the people. I'm sorry. I have to keep eating here. I'm a man.
Yeah,
I'm a man of the people.
You
that's
keep
okay.
eating
Josh was
Nexus.
trying to come after you, and I really think I tried to fend him off as best as I could. But talking again about this Impastas team, I mean, it's pretty familiar to me. For those of you who maybe played in Challenger last season or just pay attention to league discussion, one of the league's biggest yappers, Clumsy, comes up. Clumsy's dropping a 1-2-4 rate right now. He is very obviously like UPS's star player, and Ak is no slouch. Both from like a tactical standpoint, but also as like a supportive rifler in that mold. Deluxe basically bleeds Marinara at this point instead of blood. I don't know if he's played for another franchise outside of UPS. Maybe he has, but I think he's only won with UPS, and he's basically like an institution now for the Impastas. I don't think I've ever seen him not be on this team. I am curious to see how Soma and West kind of slot in right to the rest of this team. Clumsy's going to be aggressive. He's going to be taking a lot of opening fights. But how does the rest of the team fit that mold, right? Because like you said, the wins have been very good. Some of the losses have been pretty ugly, right? You've got a really crushing one. I think they played yesterday against ATL Elite, who is again a very strong team in their own right, and that went to 42 rounds on Ancient. Wouldn't wish that on anyone to be playing Ancient for that long, but can this UPS team bounce back? If they're going to do so, it needs to be off the back of Clumsy, but I'm also curious to see if anyone else will step up to fill that space.
Now, Starly, I know you don't like Dust 2, and
No.
that's fair. I mean, we all have our maps that we don't like. But to be honest, I don't think either of these teams really do either. SAV have played it once on match day 2 against LEC. They lost 8-13. And Impastas have not played this map yet in the season. So would you say that even though Lions have lost, at least playing on the map, do you think that will at least help them? Or do you think having absolutely no game tape on Impastas and UPS, quote unquote, having like a VOD to watch, if you will, from Dust 2 from SAV, do you think it favors? I guess, which team do you think the map pick favors?
To be honest with you, no one. I feel like this was like a worst of two worlds, so to speak. UPS has come in only playing, I believe, 2 maps so far. They've only played Mirage and Ancient, and so I'd imagine SAV just targeted both of those out. And SAV's also been pretty consistently banning Vert first in a lot of their matches, and UPS was probably okay with like that ban coming through. They've also been perma-banning Anubis, so the map pool got really squeezed, and it was basically like you either come to this, or I think like they might have left like Nuke open. I don't think either team really likes Nuke, and so you've got like a poison pill of a map pool basically for both of these teams because their bans exactly line up with like the other team's hate. I don't really favor anyone on this map. Sab's one game came against LEC, who's currently 1-5 according to Analytical, and the only win was on Dust 2 against this Sav team. So like, I don't put a ton of stock into that experience. I think it is a little bit curious though, right? Because for UPS especially, in officials they've only played 2 maps so far. It is the second half of the season, right? You do need to start thinking about the playoffs because I think, like you said, right now they're technically 7th, right, in the standings.
UPS,
Yeah,
they are 8th.
they're 8th.
HG
Okay,
is 7th. And
HG is 7th.
Sav is 11th. They're just underneath
Okay,
the playoff line.
yeah, so they're actually out of the playoff line, but
Yeah.
Elite's actually pretty tight this season. The best team right now, I think, is ATL at 5-1. I don't know if they're 6-1. I don't know if that DRG game got processed, but Elite is like there's a lot of teams stuck at that 3 and 4 win threshold right now. And a win or two might be the difference between separating you for like a 2-shot play-in, right? Like if you're in the 7 or 8 game, or if you can somehow, manage to BS your way into top 6. So I think it is important for both teams to start showing like a wider map pool. I know SAV is a little bit better in that regard, but they also need to wash the taste of the LEC loss out of their mouth. I think we're live though going in now.
Yeah, you're absolutely right. And I was going to say the way that you washed the taste of that LEC loss here on Dust 2 out of your mouth is looks like the answer is going to be 5 towards long. Soma trying to defend here will get some damage onto full cap. It's going to be Clumsy, the first one to chime in with a headshot onto Tachyon. Clumsy gets 3 in the round before Soma chimes in as well onto full cap with the USP. J Baby left all alone in a 1v5 scenario before Soma cleans him up, and just a clean round from the Impastas. Clumsy going huge with that 3K.
Yeah, that was an ironclad defense. SAV didn't stand a chance. I think one person, I think Tacky got headshot through the smoke, and Clumsy just teed them up on the cross going through. Not a ton to say on pistol. It's hard to get flashbangs to kind of support that deep aggression into A. I think SAV invested some utility over the lawn doors, but nobody was home from UPS, and so that utility kind of went to waste. I wonder if UPS will continue playing passive off A, or if they're going to tighten that up and actually put bodies out lawn for the gun rounds. But this one should be a done deal for UPS.
This is a very interesting choice, though. I just want to throw out Deluxe on the dualies only, saving for an op, no doubt. That would be my guess. The only reason why you would save when the rest of your team is purchasing on up and west. That's a great Molotov to prevent the boost up onto the mid boxes. We see all 5 of these T players for the Lions here in the lower tunnels. Gonna creep out towards mid doors. That's Clumsy to see all 5 of them. Only gets 1 though, J-Baby with a reply, and that's also a rifle secured. A Curio with the SMG, and Deluxe with those dualies, tapping away. Look at that. Wow, a solid round from the Impastas, keeping 4 alive, and I thought those dualies were going to be the end of it on the B site, but I stand corrected, and look at that. They got op money now.
Yeah, so Deluxe will... Does he actually buy the op? It doesn't look like it. 4,200 down the drain, so it looks like he's just gone for a rifle. I think UPS is trying to maintain their economy here as best as they can, so in case they lose this bonus round, they can still purchase on the next. Soma's still on a scout, but you see a little bit of deeper aggression now as full cap gets destroyed somewhere. Prayer out for him. But look at Akira now tucked in deep on lawn here. He's showing a lot more presence than there was on the pistol, and UPS now get aggressive in mid. Tacky's going to be here to beat up this West Best to middle. Tacky gets 1, traded out immediately by Deluxe, and so UPS will retain the player advantage, 3v4. Soma still a constant annoyance for the Lions here. A mosquito through the mid doors, and he sees one more player up cat. Deluxe thinking about it. Really testing fate. And now Showman's going to catch him with a beautiful flash, but Deluxe staying alive somehow. Finally goes down to Little Bruska, and now Soma's Deagle is called up to the task. Finally slows down a little bit here.
You're absolutely right, and I believe that was an initial kill from the scout from Soma mid onto full cap and suicide, and Acurio now here on the A site. My dog is just as concerned as these Impastas about these cat players. Little Bruska running out long, could get a timing potentially. We'll have to see. Does, gets the tap onto Arcurio. It's Soma left alone, gets 1. That's a good trade to keep it into a 2v2 scenario. 1 player on each side taken low. And the bomb will go down courtesy of Showman. Soma trying to get the jump up towards that cap position, but no, Lil Bruska will get 1. That's Soma forcing Showman into a 1v1 against Clumsy, who trades. No, Showman with the kill, securing the first for the Lions. And I noticed, I believe it was Clumsy who didn't have any weapon. Again, another player just on pistol. And that's questionable. Maybe if they have a rifle, or at least in SMG, then they win that round, forcing it into a 1v1. But I mean, I don't know. What's your thoughts, Starly?
I mean, I understand what UPS is going for. They're looking for a bonus round, so Clumsy just had a 5-7. He was able to recover an AK in mid down to the 2v2. I thought Little Brusco was playing that like a crazy person. He sprinted through the CT smoke to catch, I think it was Soma off guard. Now Clumsy in lower tons with an MP9, gets an initial dink, can't follow up. Oh, but a great trade nade. Yeah, out from Soma. Downtown calls it. And now we're still equal on a 4v4. This is the real gun round, though, Aatrax. Yeah, UPS deliberately kind of tanked the previous round to make sure that every single player still had enough economy to buy here. You see 4 M4s across the board. Yeah, Uto a little scarce, only a smoke left on West. But in a 4v4 scenario, after you just lost the previous round, you can do a lot worse than the investment that UPS has made. Soma somehow alive, ducking cover.
Oh man, just too much pressure from the cat position. That's a little Briscoe. West with a great kill onto J-Baby, forcing it into a 3v3 scenario, and Deluxe in pit secures Tachyon. That's Showman with the bomb, creeping out towards Long. Now the only one left in a 1v3 scenario. Oh, now presence is known. We'll get the kill onto Deluxe. And Arcurio and West on the A site. 35 seconds left for Showman to clutch up this 1v3 turned 1v2 now. And he goes quiet towards the long doors, creeping out towards mid. Now goes loud. Again, 20 seconds left. Has to commit somewhere. I don't believe he has enough time. I mean, you got to just run it out. Throws the smoke towards CT. Can't fight this too much. Gets killed through the smoke. West secures the third for the Impastas.
Yeah, that's really smart positioning in the 2v1 to cover as much space as possible to prevent Show. Show had to basically go through tons, and with the little amount of time he had left, if he wasn't full sprinting the entire way, he wouldn't have made it. Sav a little disjointed on that A take. It felt like the cat activation was way ahead of Show, and Show was also carrying the bomb, as you pointed out, which made it a little more tense than people would have liked. But UPS has been showing some good utility usage, especially early on, to get that trade kill in lower times. Here comes the full-throated A doors rush, and well, it's shut down immediately. Deluxe and West put a cap on that.
The FAMAS chiming in. I mean, I'm not a fan of the FAMAS. I understand you got to buy what you got to buy sometimes. I would rather have a shotgun or an MP9. Okay. No, I mean, like, I'm that guy. I'm that player. Yeah. Deluxe doing work here on the FAMAS. Again, I don't have the aim for the FAMAS, right? Some players make it. Yeah, see, look, my dog agrees with me. The FAMAS sucks. J-Baby with the bomb out mid. The last 3 remaining players for the Lions creeping out. And Soma trying to get these kills on the scout. Not gonna get anyone. Oh, head's creeping up. Soma taking just a little bit of damage. Clumsy creeping out cat. Wow, J-Baby with the Glock. Gets one before getting tagged low. And now they creep towards Long, the remaining Lions players, but West and Deluxe both here. The AK and the FAMAS chime in to secure the 4th easily for the Impastas. Only that SMG on Clumsy going down. And we're 4-1 as we go into round 6.
Yeah, I feel like mid doors is like the Venus flytrap of like CS:GO. You know, the doors are so enticing. Like, oh, just keep peeking mid. Just keep peeking mid. Like, you'll get your kills top mid. You know, you can pad your stats top mid, and then you swing wide, and it's like there's just 5 Ts looking at you. Even if they're all have pistols, it's just like, oh, I'm facing a pistol firing squad now, and this is really comfortable. Credit to UPS though, so far so good. Right, 4 rounds on the CT side, and really Sav has struggled to make any sort of inroads in mid and B. There's been a lot of attention towards lawn, a lot of attention up the catwalk, but to middling success really. And I wonder if Sav needs to change something up here because, you know, look again, good space on cat, right? But UPS has kind of seeded it. West is waiting for someone to come into his open arms. It's a nice flash, but is Tachyon ready for West so close? Yes. Jiggles it, and West smartly gets out of dodge. Okay, so Sav has cat again. Good job. Where's the follow-up? What's the next step?
You're absolutely right. And I was just thinking, too, aside from... Actually, Hold that thought as we get some action towards mid. Soma with attack 9 gets one. Will you get another? No, but that's great damage for Deluxe to follow up onto with the FAMAS. We'll get sprayed down by Tachyon in the end, but that is a great trade for the Impastas. Just Tachyon and full cap. Now Tachyon creeps through the smoke. That's the bomb down. Full cap has the B site, but no bomb. That's down in CT and 35 seconds left. Has to clutch up this 1v2 scenario. Will they do it? Creeps out towards mid, out of window, and West just holding firm towards CT here. Has Clumsy in mid to spot if Full Cap does cross. Full Cap will take the first contact towards West, or I'm sorry. Clumsy will take the first contact. West will swing out and get the kill. Impastas 5-1. And I was just going to quickly interject. They haven't really hit B. And you saw in the end, Full Cap could make it all the way out B, but the bomb just unfortunately not with it.
Yeah, and I think SAV's protocols on this map need a little bit of fine-tuning because there were multiple fights going on in CT before mid to B smoke came out. I think it was either Little Brusco or J Baby getting caught, by one player in CT. He trades it out, right? Okay, good job. Uh-oh. Here comes the Venus fly. Oh.
Ooh.
Well, Soma's lining up. Can I talk, or are we just going to get a 3v3?
Jesus.
Apparently not. I mean, look, they said Dust 2 clearly heard you talking crap.
Yeah.
He doesn't want to let you talk at all because action just happening all across the map, back and forth. And here we are in a 3v3. Oh my goodness.
Dude, 99% of oppers, are so close to hitting the multiple player collateral through mid doors. Just peek it one more time, I swear.
Might as well just do it. This scout coming in.
This is the third time. This is a short
Brusca.
shot they have hit, by the way. Just third shot.
3v2. Oh my goodness.
Dude,
Arcurio
here comes Little Brusca scout, bro.
gets one. Arcurio all alone on the site gets another. Oh my goodness. Full Cap with the op in a 1v1 scenario on the site. Can't win it. Arcurio, excuse me, with a 3K to secure a 6 for Impastas. I mean, Lions can't catch a break.
No, they cannot. Unless it's through Little Brusca scout. I knew as soon as he died first, the entry was gone. No, I mean, Act did a really strong job to hold the bomb site down. Just look at him weave around the single box. That's frustrating. All three members of SAV, I think, came through window and nobody was at the door, and Act punishes that lack of split.
Oh, all right. Soma, again, another opening kill in mid. We mentioned before this map started that Soma, one of the DEs in Elite, trying to op, doing well here on Dust 2. 9-4 currently in round 8 here. Of course, that's easy when Impastas are currently 6-1, and we are in a 4v3 scenario. B site clearly held, and all three of these Ts from the Lions are mid. And again, we're going to see Full Cap creeping towards Cat. They love this Cat security, this Cat aggression. Clumsy hears all of this happening, though. He's no doubt calming it out like, yo, they're in mid. They're making a bunch of noise. I don't know if they're going Cat. It sounds like they're faking it Cat. You see on your minimap there, West creeping out towards long. They're ready for the A hit. Arcurio, you had some high impact in the last round. Do they expect you here this round? What can you do? The contact comes out. Arcurio, good for one. Arcurio, good for one. Showman immediately trades. That is B site secured, but a 2v3 scenario. Clumsy could make this tough, but no, decides to hold off. Utility going out. And they just hold the Lions, that is, onto this B site. All three coming from the CT position. Full Cap gets 1 and 2. West out, but Full Cap gets 3 to secure a second for the Lions. If you are a SAV fan, that's what you want to see. Hopefully it's not too little too late, and you want to keep this momentum going. A second for the Lions.
I was going to say at the start of the round, the fact that Soma is so willing to peek down the mid doors signals just such a level of confidence from the Impastas that like they're okay basically playing like a 4v5, because if Soma loses that duel, right, you only have one player towards B in Akirio. But with the way that UPS has been able to play those post plants, you know, why not take a shot? A little Bruska gets active with the off. Now West in trouble. Reinforcements close by in Soma. He's going to try and make it up towards the top of the bomb site and SAV slow down. But wow, this is a lot of information. All 5 members of SAV towards the A side of the map, and Clumsy and Akiri are screaming to the rest of the Impastas that no one's home. And West opens up 2 kills through the smoke. Tachyon finds one of the flankers, but he's not going to expect a second. There's no way he expects Akiri being this much of a threat. And well, there's a lot of cheese eaten on.
It is a potential with the Lions, though. I mean, in 2-2-3 scenario, they activate fast enough, or they expect this lane from the area, but they don't. Full cap from the blindsided, and now Tachyon finally that flank. 2 left on the site from the Impastas. 50 seconds left in the round, and a bomb on Tachyon's back. Plenty of time, and this is definitely doable. The Impastas holding onto this A site and Tachyon, what do you decide to do? You've got a smoke, you've got a flash grenade, decides to run out of long and go towards mid. Does have a timing, of course, doesn't necessarily know that. West now tries to think the better of it, slowly peeking back and forth between long and between CT. That smoke goes out towards B, the flash goes towards Cat. Excuse me, the flash? Yeah, the flash is Cat. The smoke is CT. West going to nade, open that smoke, sees nothing. Soma going to grab a different op, probably running out of bullets from the spam, and the bomb will go down. Now West and Soma know that this is a B plant. Tachyon, 1v2, has a nade and has the AK. This is very doable for either side. This is the B site, so these CTs will be split up. Tachyon with the entry, or excuse me, with the kill onto entry of West, and a great adjustment onto Soma. Secures the op. That's a third for the Lions. Again, if you are a SAV fan, this is what you want to see. 2 rounds in a row now.
Yeah, I was just gonna point out that we kind of saw a similar situation with, I believe, I want to say it was Little Bruska a few rounds, one of the earlier rounds. They were left in a similar clutch, a 1v2, late long, 2 players in CT, and they took their time clearing out, for long, towards long, these corners, taking up a lot of time to clear these angles, whereas Tachyon just full-on sent it through. So I think that was a good readjustment there from the team. Just a full-on pistol rush to push up the mid, but I think it just goes to show that SAV are not ready to lose this game yet.
I don't know.
Listen, man, it's all it takes is 1 round. The LXEB 10-4 calling it sooner or later. They already lost, guys. I think we're seeing it here.
I think Nexus almost caster, and that was a caster production observer trio curse.
It cancels out. It cancels out. Trust.
Unholy trinity of production.
Yeah.
It cancels out.
Literally all of them. But Impastas, you probably just saved the rifles. I mean, build up the economy just a little bit. Lions get a 4th. West probably just trying to get another rifle here. And yeah, it looks like Lions are going to get a 4th and try and build up this economy. Like you said, though, it's not out of the Lions are not out of it yet. You've got one here, get another. It's true the Impastas will be on a bye, but if they can win at least 2 or another one in a row. Ooh, that's a great kill onto Tachyon. If they can keep the momentum up and keep killing the Impastas, I mean, they got this, right?
Yeah, and I wonder if UPS is going to start taking a little bit more aggression, because on that Tachyon clutch round, Clumsy and Akiri were able to push all the way through to top mid and BFs and found nobody home. And UPS has been sitting a little bit far back, but that means when the player count starts dwindling, they hold on to their sector of space really tight, right? We saw that on the Showman clutch where he took too long to get out of the lawn doors. He was walking everywhere. But on rounds like the Tachyon clutch, when you get a player like Tacky who's not afraid to just sprint everywhere, right? If he doesn't 50-50 your spot, you have to take a 1v2 on B, and that still favors the T's. So now we see a lot more presence on Cat, and well, J-Baby pays the price for that as Soma takes his head clean off. And, UPS still sitting a little bit far back, but contesting Catwalk much more aggressive now, and SAV, well, they default back to lawn.
Absolutely right, and nobody's here. I mean, you've got Deluxe who's like kind of peeking it from the A site, but that's just about it. I mean, a smoke will go out to try and delay, try and gain some map space, but that's about it. Of course, there are 3 to defend this A site. Little Bruska creeping out, sees nothing over the smoke. We'll get that pit position, and Soma, will you do more in this round? Already a great kill earlier on, lower tons. That Molotov will go out to push full cap off, but look at this. Tachyon already advanced. Soma will get that kill, but then blindsided by Tachyon. Deluxe gets 1 and 2 from CT. That's the bomb drop. West chimes in with another. It's all onto Lil Bruska. 1v4. Gets hit by the Molotov, but that's the only damage that they will take. Creeps out towards long. Look at that classic knife. It is out. Switches to the op. Gets the kill onto Clumsy. Expects another. This is a Curio. Oh, you don't want to give up too many kills. Wait, never mind. 2 seconds left. The round is over. Impastas win. I didn't see that.
Yeah, UPS was committing an illegal act trying to hunt the last remaining lion down, but we'll wave it off. I think this A prioritization by SAV is biting them in the ass, and I think when Sho comes back to watch this VOD, he's going to be kicking himself because, there's this constant early round aggression, we need Cat, we need Lawn, and I think UPS is more than okay to kind of absorb that pressure. There are 3 people on the A bomb site. I think Tachyon kills Soma, who's jumping up on the new boxes that let you get onto Cat fast. I think it's blindsided where there's still 2 more people defending inside the bomb site. Really, you're gonna put 3 people A? But that's just kind of how SAV's been playing this entire half. The default has always been towards A, and it's just it's just they can't break through. And the couple of rounds they've managed to pivot back towards B, I feel have been way more successful. Just a little bit of mid pressure, a little bit of B pressure, something to change it up. And the default now for SAV is much heavier towards B.
You're absolutely right. And I mean, the default is towards B, but if you see Clumsy already has that advanced long position and not even worried are the Impastas. So they are ready to receive a B hit. Soma making sure that no one creeps mid as well as West. And a Curio, I mean, we know how well they have done already holding down this B site. Will the utility come out? A Curio creeps wide and J-Baby gets the kill. That's the entry on B, and B site secured courtesy of the smokes. Lil Bruska does not get the kill and Deluxe does. That is a great trade. 4v4 now as the bomb goes down. Impastas on the retake. 1 towards lower tunnels, 3 towards the CT mid position. As the Molotov goes out towards the window, Deluxe gets the kill onto Showman in the tunnel position. Fullcap will get the trade onto West and another onto Soma, but they're the only one left. And no, as I say that, no, Impastas clean up the round 8-4 as we get into the half. And great holds all around from the Impastas. Lions, unfortunately, too little too late. They got 3 rounds, a little string of 3 rounds, but unfortunately can't get much more than that. And we'll have to see now as they're on the CT side. What can they do?
SAV just got the taste of a Deluxe classic. Wide swing, kill your opper, first bullet headshot. Player set to kind of bait him into a trap in tons. There are multiple 50-50 angles. Nah, Deluxe wins that. Comes out, tons, and the cycle was kind of predicated on Sho at least doing some damage, or if not straight up winning that fight in tons, because as soon as Deluxe gets those 2 kills, the rest of UPS feels emboldened to start the retake early. And Fullcap did his best to try and, hold off the swarm of UPS members coming in, but Deluxe is just too good, man. He's meant for this tier. He's meant for this team.
We do have a tech pause. So I think the standard tradition for every tech pause is to talk about our most cursed pizza toppings. I think Starly, you and I have had this conversation before, but never with
Yes.
Aatrax.
No, I'm not scared, but I am a little worried for what he's gonna say. I know we had the debate about pineapple on pizza.
I'm not
And I
for
know-
it, but I'm not against it. I think was my stance on it.
Yes, that was my stance. It's like if the pizza's free and there's pineapple on it, like damn, I guess I'm gonna have some, you know. And I actually kind of like pineapple as it's like on its own, so I really don't mind it that much on pizza.
I
like-
can't eat pineapples. I don't. Every time I do, obviously it has that whole enzyme thing, but my mouth
Yeah.
just hurts.
Well, if you're allergic to it, don't eat it.
I don't know if I'm allergic to it or not. I know I'm allergic to shrimp, but
Nexus, I'm not WebMD, okay? But if your mouth feels like it's on fire every time you eat the pineapple,
it's just like the edges of my lips that hurt like a lot. Like I feel like I just need to put an ice pack on it and have some Neosporin. I think I don't know. I got tested for allergies before and none of it said pineapple. I did get shrimp. I did get cats and pollen, but actually I didn't even get tested for shrimp. All I know is I'm allergic to pollen.
well, let's see. Does take anyone here? Little Brusca, only one with the dualies, and Soma shooting blind onto the bomb site. J Baby now under a lot of pressure here in B. Support coming in from full cap, and J Baby does take one with him to the grave. It's now a 2v3 now. Curio a little isolated on this bomb site. Good smoke coverage at the doors. 3v2, and Sav is going to play in front of the smokes. Full cap comes in, Tachyon cleans up. That's a pistol round win for the Lions.
Just like me eating pineapples, absolutely demolished in that pistol round though. It was I think it was really nice. I think the flashes were really good when they were exiting on B Starly, but I think they just hit more shots. I forgot who it was. I was on site, just hiding behind the little boxes, playing for their life, trying to get a cheeky shot, but I think ultimately the fast rotate was there. I think that's what really solidified that round.
I think, yeah, and I think J Baby getting one as he died to keep it a 3v2, right? So as soon as Sav hears someone try and punch in the digits, they know that only one player can really be holding two potential entries. And well, here comes Full Cap again on top of the B box, and okay, well, it's a slaughter.
Just back to
Good
back.
lord.
I think this is just how Dust 2 goes. If the pistol round rush B doesn't work, we do it again. I think it's mainly also because of the spawns. I don't know if it's just me, but every time I play Dust 2 on comp or anywhere else, I'm always getting the B spawn. Me and my friends are always spawning around this particular area, and every time I want to go fight long, it's just here, and it just hurts. It hurts. I love Dust 2 as a map. I think it's an alright map, but sometimes it just doesn't want to work with me.
Yeah, well, I raise you one up by saying I don't play this map. Little Brusca now getting kind of run at, and it's two tags, but Tachyon can't trade another one out. Soma is hurting bad. Cleaned up by Full Cap's MP9, and well, present spotted on catwalk. Showman gets the receiving end of a surprise player in Clumsy. Not a very welcome surprise, and now the MP9 starting to falter a little bit. Clumsy down to 19 HP as J Baby now put in the 1v2. Knows exactly where both players are technically. Oh, but J Baby also has the bomb. That's a bit of the wrinkle in the Impastas plan.
J Baby wins
Clumsy
this.
at 19. Yeah, 19 HP on Clumsy. Do you go together from the same angle and pray you can trade a kill out, or are you going to try and pinch him? And it looks like they're going to go for door number 1 here. J Baby itching for a 1v1 if he can find it. The Impastas won't give it to him for now. Clumsy reunited with West, and now J Baby's going to peek up the stairs. Spots Clumsy, kills him. That's the freebie, and now it's on West to convert. 1v1, 35 seconds. J Baby tosses another flashbang. Really good flash, and West drops.
J Baby just playing it to perfection. Utility after utility, and goes for the swing. Does not get it. Starly goes for it again. No, he's going across to the left and controls the sprays. Starly, J Baby has done it. I hurt my throat by doing that. Okay. Never doing that again.
Maybe you need some pineapple to remedy that.
You know what? Maybe I will get some pineapple.
I think Impastas. Whoa, That's a tough situation to play out of, right? Because Clumsy's afraid that if he goes by himself, he's basically just dead meat anyway. And J Baby's utility belt was probably a lot bigger than UPS thought it would be. He had multiple flashbangs to play off of, and West just falls off the catwalk basically because that flash was so good. Little Brusca now gets a freebie donated to him. And now Tag trying to help as well. Little Brusca lining up a second, and well, the stat padding is now in full effect. Russell Westbrook, come get your team.
Back-to-back rushes through these corridors. Except for that last round, it was a gun round. You expect him to win it out, but West has a big task ahead of them. Oh, in the smoke, picks up the first onto Little Brusca and lands some more tags. Oh! Doesn't get the second kill. Honestly, Starly, do you think he just runs up the site there after getting that second kill, or does he expect more players towards that A site?
He's 5 HP. I think he should just try and take as many SAV players down with him as possible.
Fortunately for them, we all know SAV is up, never down. I think it just goes without saying.
Yeah. Well, obviously, I'm savving up really hard right now after they've tied the game. 8-8. Soma saw two people cross, I think, but opts not to shoot. And UPS settle into a much more traditional default here. Curio gets tagged through the door or something. That was not pleasant for him. And Little Brusca makes Deluxe's life even more unpleasant. And UPS here... Sent to the gray screen. Sent to the showers by an untimely HE. A CSC player's worst fear.
Wait, that's us, dude. All right, but heading to the middle of the round.
Now you know I have a team tag in front of our names, and mine is because I'm AGMing.
Dude, the heck, man.
I'm just saying, okay?
Love you. Not as much as I love that shot from Clumsy and West picking it back up. It's still down to a 2v3, but Full Cap slowly making their way down towards the middle. Spots the first player out, ducks their head, as we do have Tachyon swinging out wide. Full Cap back out here again. Soma with the op in a 1v3. Molly now trying to get away for dear life. Spots them. Oh, there's one player. That's Full Cap.
No reason to get antsy now. The bomb's on your side. Full Cap maintaining his discipline, not giving Soma an entry here. 25 seconds, and I think Soma's gonna just save this op. The round's not really achievable, and SAV take the lead. Haven't dropped a round on this CT side yet.
Sav up, baby.
All right.
All my Savers. Sav up.
I'm gonna chime in here. Yeah, I was gonna say I'm gonna chime in here really quick. Y'all may have heard my dog on the cast was very hungry, and I went and fed her. And look at that, Lions feeding good. Now they're officially up.
Yeah.
Sav up indeed. That's what we like to see.
Sav is up one round. The rest of this broadcast will be purely dedicated to tracking how many rounds Sav is up.
I mean, if you think about it, they're 5 in a row. Like they're on fire. Now what's gonna happen? I'm calling it now. Cast or curse. I got back. Oh, Sav is doing great. They're gonna lose this next round.
No, it's okay. They were gonna win this next round. It cancels out.
Yeah.
Oh, okay. Well, because I said they're gonna lose, then they're gonna win to prove me wrong, right?
Yeah.
For sure.
UPS would really love to come out of these early rounds not being down like 150 HP just from the utility alone. It feels like every time they come through mid, Little Brusca is like tagged them with the op, somehow, some way. We see a lot of aggression previously in lower tons from UPS, and now it's much more methodical, and Sav is willing to sit, in a much deeper line now. J Baby needs to be careful here. Soma's op is trained on his position, but now all 5 players from UPS towards the mid to lower tunnels area, setting up for what looks to be a mid to B, and it's on Full Cap to really stop it. He'll be the first line of defense here as the Impastas come spilling through the doors. Instantly taken down. J Baby walks into Soma's scope. B site is open for business, and now Sav is in trouble. Little Brusca trying to find a cheeky one through the smoke. No dice so far. And with the money on Sav's, side, they try and go for it. Tachyon cut down by Deluxe, and well, turns out when you don't get naded to shit, it's really easy to take a bomb site.
I mean,
I'm the God predictor. Look at that. I predicted they would lose when I got back, and they.
Sav is still going to be up. I think.
Now they're going to win. Now they're going to win. They're going to win the next round. Don't worry. It'll be 10-9.
I think Leadboat is just staring at you, glaring at you right now.
I can feel it. I can feel it.
I still
He's
have the
like, we were
sticker Leadbone
homies in
gave me.
Dallas, but I thought we were cool, man.
I
And
think.
you're gonna do me like that?
Oh yeah. Now it's 9-9 Star League. Ha, do we see another CT side full push into lower BA? Another full on long take. I'm just shooting out bullets here. What can we expect from the Lions?
Dude, I hope that it's a B take, because if you see, the Impastas have a B spawn, at least from my very limited knowledge of what Dust 2 spawns look like. I would call this a B spawn. There, you don't really have any players towards long, so go B. Like
Yeah.
throw some shotguns,
Freeman
especially if you're
special.
on Lions. Come on.
Well,
Yeah, give him the Freeman special.
oh, the Freeman special. I like this timeout from SAV though, because this is a really pivotal round for them to win. The loss bonus is only 1900, and so even at a double loss bonus, you're only looking at 44 to 4600 on the following round. And wow, they're gonna go double timeout. Show is got the clipboard out, got the whiteboard out, and he is scribbling like a madman right now. But SAV is going to do something on this round. At least I hope so, because it's a double timeout. And UPS would do really well to be prepared for it, right? So Soma's got an op. I wonder if he's going to just keep posted himself up on the mid doors. But UPS has kind of opened either into like a 2-1-2 default, or they've gone a little bit heavier towards mid presence early. I wonder if they'll get punished for it by an aggressive push either from Cat or Lawn. It feels like aggressing on B right now is not smart with the amount of priority that Sav has put towards it. But let's see what they end up doing.
I do want to throw in there really quick as well. You mentioned they take the double timeout, and if they lose this round, they also have to talk about that too, just in case. Obviously, you don't want that to happen, but
Yeah.
smart to take the double timeout to talk about not just this initial round, obviously super important, but also talk about the next rounds. If we win, let's do this. If we lose, let's do this. Have a game plan. Keep the long game in mind, because it is 9-9. Even if you lose this, it is a very pivotal round. You mentioned, of course, totally agree. But even if you lose this, you're not totally lost, right? You have like maybe one more chance.
Well,
Smart
I'm a
to talk about.
little worried for Sav because they util dumped like crazy. There's only one smoke left, and I think it's on Showman right now. No Molotovs in the bank, and UPS still has a lot of utility to set up for a proper take. Show will get a smoke off for the doors, and wow, J-Baby's trying to spray it. Doesn't quite catch out west on the opposite side, and now Little Brusca comes up to take the op angle off of B after hearing so much shot early in the round. But UPS is not interested in this B bomb site. They're looking towards A, and there's nobody at lawn to welcome Clumsy and Soma on the way in.
You're absolutely right. And utility's still decent for the Impastas. We see this last Molotov goes out, and they've got a smoke left after they throw a few pieces of utility. Full cap only good for one. Deluxe good for three before finally getting traded by J Baby. And Clumsy puts this into a 1v2 scenario for Little Brusca. The bomb will go down, it looks like, as soon as they collect it. And do they expect the CT player? Soma thinks that it's Cat, and Lil Brusca peeks up, will not get the op kill onto Clumsy, and it will be 10 double digits for the Impastas first, forcing the Lions into an uncomfortable economic situation.
Well, another Deluxe classic. Wide swing, kill 3 people, win the round. Business as usual.
I think Starly's
The Chi
upset.
Cat profile picture just it's unstoppable. And I mean, J Baby even finds the opening, right? So it looks like it's a 5v4. It's 2 players like from Lawn, 2 players from Cat. And Sav just too many bodies turned towards Cat, really. It felt like the Lawn players had free reign to kind of just walk up, and I was kind of shocked the lack of a CT smoke. It actually worked out in UPS's favor. Clumsy goes down to Curio, now fighting for his life in the tunnels, and here comes a pack of Lions feasting on his corpse. 2 rifles, no armors, so it is uncomfortable, but they also recovered 2 Molotovs of all things.
Will they make it in time? Lil Brusca gets good damage onto Soma.
Wow.
Before getting traded out, and West with another kill, forcing it into a 2v3 for the Lions. what was looking good immediately turned sour, unfortunately, and that's a great nade. J Baby taken down to 48 HP. You almost wonder, do you just save the AK? Decides not to. Will lose the fight to West, and full cap with the snapping turtle. Knows where Deluxe is, just trying to get an AK, just trying to get a kill, more damage, more economical damage onto Impastas, but it won't happen. 11. Impastas looking to try and just close it out here.
Yeah. I can't help feel like SAV started that retake a little bit early, right? Like, you know you're horribly out of position, but you've got a good trade in lower tons. Yeah, it's not a high percentage play to like try and go for a 4v3 no armor 2 AKs only, right? But it's even a lower percentage play if you're trying to still maintain like ramp space as UPS is coming sprinting up. I felt like they gave over kills they didn't really need to, and a 4v3 is much more menacing than a 3v3 with a 15-second later bomb plant, you know?
Yes, and I would also like to issue a formal apology to the Lions. They have not won a single round since I returned.
I was gonna mention that. I think you were just their bad luck charm.
Maybe I should dip out, but oh no, Acurio with the kill onto Tachyon. J Baby, the only one left to defend, and gets killed by Clumsy through the smoke. Full cap Showman and Lil Bruska here in a 3v4 scenario to put the Impastas not on match point, to try and push them off it. Full cap will get one, and Curio and West will get one their own. It's all onto Full cap, who gets 1, 2, and 3. All in a 1v1 against Acurio. The shots go back and forth. Knows where Acurio is. Full cap has 27 bullets in the clip, shooting back and forth. Bomb ticks down, gets the kill onto Acurio. Keeps Impastas off of the match point and pushes Lions onto double digits. Full cap with a 4K. Oh my goodness. That's what you like to see.
That was just absurd. I think, honestly, by the time full cap was in that 1v3, the Lions haven't really won that many clutches, especially ones that were that intense and that high pressure. But I think full cap has just shown throughout this entire game that they can just absolutely slam their rifle onto the table and just tell them, like, hey guys, I exist.
And I thought he did a really smart job coming up the elevator, isolating fights. Like, when he swung wide on ramp, it really prevented Acurio from trading him out because he was so like close to the wall, and there's a really good utilization of the smoke blocking him. That's exactly what SAV need to try and get back in this game, because if that round went away, match point obviously, and they're looking at what, 3,400 loss bonus again.
Yeah, I mean, already the buy is rough. You got a FAMAS and an MP9.
Yeah.
I mean,
but
even
so, it's utility this round. You know,
yeah.
Still 4 smokes in the bank. Like, they're playing it a little bit slower now. It's a minute 20. They still have something to work with. Still 4 flashbangs. You know, it's much healthier now, and I feel a lot more confident when there's actually utility to back up these later round fights, because UPS has been playing so slow to start.
You're absolutely right. And again, it's kind of a slow start, like you said, from the Impastas. A minute left on this clock, and no one has gone down from either side. Showman will creep close. J Baby now here in mid. Here's the utility and a little bit of spray. What will the play be? 4 players from the Impastas towards mid. Showman creeping long will not get the kill onto Acurio. That is one of the long players dead. J Baby with some spam through the B door, or the mid doors, excuse me. Onto Deluxe. Will go down to 8 HP themselves. Full cap and Lil Bruska chiming in. Full cap with 3 from par 4 again. That's another 4K from full cap. Lions tie it up.
Okay, I know we don't allow name changes in the middle of the season, but he really shouldn't be called full cap if he gets 4 kills every round. Who approved that? Yeah, it'd be 4 cap. 4 feathers in his cap. Because UPS is just getting shot down like game right now. He snaps to cat, like, just taps away, and then immediately reacts towards the player who would be there to swing on him at lawn, and just neutralizes him as well. And full cap is putting SAV on his back right now.
You may not like Dust 2, but you have to love the Counter-Strike that is going on here. 11-11, and oh my goodness.
And UPS needs to be careful now. Yeah, they can't afford to get too itchy because the takes have been good, but they're being beat by individual attacks. Keep the discipline, keep your standards up. And look at little Ruska crawling away.
He lives.
Oh my goodness, Showman, what you do mid? Currently 5 and 15. Has had a whole lot to say in this Dust 2, but all that matters is these last 2 rounds. We will go the full distance. No team can win it here. They're just trying to put themselves on match point. Showman with some damage onto a Curio through the mid doors. Bomb will go towards DJ Baby. That's a great kill onto West. You're right. It's aggressive and it works out. The Molotov goes out. 40 seconds on the clock. Bomb has to commit B or you have to rotate it off. The decision has to be made, and Clumsy will get the kill onto J Baby. Full cap had great impact in the last round. Gets 1 kill already, but that is all they will get in this round. Tachyon and Lil Briska left. It's just Lil Briska Deluxe to put it into a 2v1, but Lil Briska with the op kill onto Deluxe. 1v1 and 1 HP, trying to fight for match point. Soma makes the noise that they go car. Bomb ticking away, but Lil Briska does have the kit.
He should expect it at this point, yeah. And look at Soma staring, kind of 50-50ing it now on top of the bomb.
Oh my goodness! The timing in favor of Lil Briska, 1 HP. It doesn't matter. Lions on match point here on Dust 2.
Hanging on by a thread, boys. That, I think, all you need is just 1 HP. I think whoever tagged up Little Briska is going to be hitting themselves in the legs to just, you know, that should have been a kill. How was it 99 and 4? How? I think match point. Dude, that was nuts.
An attack timeout. Lions make Impastas sit in it. But they, you know what? It's a smart one because look at the economy. And I mean, yeah, it's true. Lil Briska can drop, but what do you do? I mean, you drop an M4.
Yeah, I don't see
what are they talking about? Actually, wait, hold up. What's the point of the Lions timeout here?
Calm down. I think Little Briska on 1 HP to secure match point in an 11-11 scoreline. The blood's pumping, the heart's racing, adrenaline is at an all-time high. This is one of those timeouts where you just take to just calm it down. Showman, you know, telling, all right, that was a great clutch. We'll feel the high after we win, but we gotta get back into the game because the game is not over. It does give the Impastas some time to recuperate themselves. Like, all right, you know, guys, that was 1 round. It was a nice round. It's over. Next round begins. I think it goes both ways, but I think it's mainly just to calm the rest of the Lions down.
And calm they are playing. I mean, look at this. Another default spread. Standard utility, at least from my perspective. And Lil Briska with a great opening kill onto West. That's one of the cap players down. Lil Briska sees the shots coming through the smoke, knows that there's another mid. Full cap here to help out and assist. The nade goes out, puts Soma into headshot range for these M4s on the side of the Lions. The Molotov goes out as well, extinguished by the very edge of that smoke. That's unfortunate for the CTs. And again, we see lots of action mid here from these T players on Impastas. Ray goes through, will advantage Lions. Look at that. Full cap takes Soma and Akurio down, 13 and 47 HP respectively. And the bomb goes long.
Yeah, it's all on Tacky. It's all on Tacky. He's got just 1 point of entry and 2 players funneling through, and they're both still relatively healthy. Here comes Deluxe.
That's a call, though. You should see the bomb. Clumsy goes down. Cat. It's all on Tachyon trying to buy time. Gets eliminated, but 25 seconds left. Lil Briska will get 1. No. Oh my goodness, it's all onto J Baby in a 1v3 scenario to try.
He's got an HE.
Oh, this HE could be clutch. 2 players down low, decides not to use it. Will just creep out through the smoke. 2 players in Goose, 1 player on the site. Now they officially know where this Lions player is. Gets the one, but no, Deluxe will force us into overtime here on Dust 2. And I'll be honest, Starly, I know you don't like this map, but I am loving the Counter-Strike that we are having here on a Friday night.
Honestly,
Sav should have had it, bro.
it was the 2 most important kills were the CT on Cat to kind of just shut off that pincer maneuver onto the site, as well as Tachyon towards the pit, needing to get at least 1. He did a great ton of damage, but damage doesn't really cut it for the round win. I do believe that is a technical timeout, but like, you got to get at least 1. Cat player has to get 1. Tachyon has to get 1. It makes that retake a little bit more doable, but also a little bit more, I guess, information being taken away. I don't know about you, Starly, but I've been seeing a lot of lack of B tonal pushes mid round, mid retakes as well from the CTs. I think if they have a lot more info to work with, they can stack up whatever site based on the what's going on there.
Yeah, I think Sav's been okay to kind of sit back and let UPS run into them. The problem right now is when Sav players start dying on the bomb site, like the reinforcements coming in don't wait to kind of gather themselves into one coherent wave to start a retake. And it kind of feels like Sav is just throwing bodies at UPS even before the bomb goes down, right? Like they're so intent on preventing UPS from even stepping foot in the bomb site. You know, like Little Brusca swung all the way up the elevator to try and like trade his teammate on Cat. Like hindsight 2020, right? Like, but if there was no CT smoke going down yet, you could have waited for your second teammate and J Baby to rotate from B and then just cut off the long rotate, knowing the A bomb site's a lost cause. Instead, he tries to remedy it. Sure, he gets 1, but it's just like, I don't know. I think UPS has consistently been better entering into these bomb sites than Sav has been. Where Sav's advantages have come from is this really like early mid contention, where they've just been able to rack up a lot of damage and a lot of opening picks, but because of that like undisciplined like retake protocol, right? UPS has gotten back into a lot of rounds when they're down players at the start of it.
And I mean, it's always unfortunate to start rounds down a player. And I mean, like, it's one of those, like, well, duh. But in a game like this, where it's so close, these small things matter. And again, we're casting or we're watching the elite tier, right? So this is higher up. These minute details will feel like large gaps when you are at the higher tier, right? So, and we're in this little bit of attack pause, so we're just kind of bantering back and forth as we have officially hit overtime for this match. Again, we're watching Elite Sav Lions versus the UPS Impastas. It's been the show of CT sides here on Dust 2. And I mean, you talked a little bit about it, but what do you think is going to be the answer for the T side here on Dust 2? Because both teams posting strong CT rounds, and it feels like to me that a majority of the action has been happening mid. Like T's just group up mid a ton. Do you think that they need to hit the extremities more, or what's the answer here on the T side?
I wonder if Akirio has noticed that Sav is util dumping at the start of the round, because if that's the case, I think mid to B is really strong. You know, if Sav wastes their Molotovs, they've consistently opened up with 2 mollies towards lawn. There's always like a molly early on at B tons. If UPS can execute a proper mid to B and really put the crunch on J Baby and Full Cap, I think they have the round in the bag. But instead, we see a lot of this default towards mid, towards Cat, towards Alon, and it's not been pretty from either team, to be honest with you.
You're absolutely right. Now, which team will it favor in the end? Looks like it's going to be Impastas, at least in the first few seconds of the round. Already long secured. Tachyon, the only one left on this A site, has Little Brusca in Cat with the op, but of course has to play very safe, make sure that they don't go down. Oh, that's a team nade. That's big rough from Little Brusca. Will flash out Tachyon, who will get 1, but immediately traded out by Akirio 4v3 scenario for the Impastas, and they back out long. And B site completely empty. Full cap, the only one just kind of here, kind of mid B, as 3 players for the Impastas go towards mid. Soma creeping up with that op. It's going to be a Curio on the point. Again, full cap, the only one here, mid to B. J Baby will slowly creep up cap, but that's it for this defense. Will spot out the bomb, but Clumsy will get the kill onto J Baby. Lil Brusca smoked off here in mid. Going to molly out. Full cap has had great impact in this game so far. We'll need something monumental. Lil Brusca with one. Full cap with another.
Thumbs down.
Deluxe with one. Lil Brusca forces it into a 1v1 on the op and secures the first round of overtime for the Lions.
Sav's heroes show up again to save the day. It's full cap with an incredible stall, and everyone's looking at him, everyone's panicking, killed this guy on B site, and what does Little Brusca do? He finds a gap in the smoke. I wonder if he pushed through the CT smoke, because he had no way to blow it open, and he has an op, and everyone's looking at full cap. Little Brusca comes through, finds multiple kills with the op, and he's cold on the 1v1 to secure a 13th. It looked so bad for Sav at the start, but then they find a way to claw it back again.
That's the confidence that I want Sav to have on their CT side, to be able to push these smokes, to be able to take the 50-50 of getting shot in the head here through some sort of angle. I think it's really what makes or breaks his side. J Baby coming out fully blinded, taking a lot of damage, but also deals it out, but doesn't get the kill in the end. Aatrax.
It is big, unfortunate. Lil Brusca and Showman here to defend. Tachyon long, full cap, responsible for mid and for B. Had great impact. Lil Brusca holds their nerve, gets the kill onto West, immediately swings out, but it's Clumsy with 2. Lil Brusca and Showman down. Tachyon will get the kill. That's the bomb. Down, and the smoke goes up. They know. Oh, Soma. Oh my goodness. It's back and forth. Full cap knows that multiple are here mid. Gets the kill through the smoke, through the door onto Deluxe. Soma gets the flank of Tachyon. Back and forth. Full cap. 30 HP. Will the nade get the kill? No. Full cap will. On to Clumsy. 3 HP. No, this can't be another low HP.
Oh, okay.
Oh
my god.
Both of them walking towards the angle, but one of them had to stop and clear it first. It's honestly props to full cap for even trying that. I think once again just the hero of the game alongside Little Brusque, but I think full cap is just showing time and time again. They're a namesake. They're a name that you will remember after tonight.
This is just, it's too dizzying. I can't keep up. Like, what the hell is happening? Oh,
okay.
What? Dude, this is such a banger series for a Friday night. I'm loving this. This is so great.
Nothing makes sense. Don't analyze anything. Just take a gunfight. Why is J Baby up mid?
And gets a kill on the bomb.
That's the bomb taken down as well. Aatrax, I think Sarli has just absolutely lost their mind. So
I'm losing my mind too, dude. I love this for Friday Night Counter-Strike. This is exactly what I wanted, and I'm sure what everybody else wanted. I mean, maybe not for Lions and Impastas, but putting on a show here. Tachyon and Showman will receive the the push from Akurio. Tachyon gets one, can't get the other onto Clumsy. Lil Brusca with one onto Deluxe, forcing Clumsy into the 1v3 scenario. Does have the bomb. Now, the rest of the Lions will know that the bomb now here is long, especially with that contact. The nade takes Clumsy down to 51 HP. Not all 3. 2 of the CTs remaining. Clumsy gets one. That's J Baby down. Come on. Keep it entertaining. Nope. Lil Brusca says no. Lions secure the advantage here on Dust 2 overtime first half. 14-13.
Charlie, how are you holding up? Buddy?
Dude, I'm nervous, man. Why is Sav peeking before the bomb even goes down? Oh my god, dude, if it was anyone but Little Brusco on the op, I would be worried. Like, what if he whiffs that shot, he's 8 HP, just gets penned through the box, and it's like 1v1 on full cap, and then Clumsy's feeling himself, you know? He's like, oh, it's my turn to win, like a stupid 1v3 for no reason.
I mean, you say that, but like full cap has also had some insane 3Ks.
No,
So like,
he's... Yeah.
In,
I
the, in,
think
the, in Starly's eyes, full cap is just perfect.
Yeah, he kind of is.
I mean,
But it's really important for SAV to get 2, right, on that CT side, because their T side, if we could even recall all the way back to that point, wasn't that good. Here comes 4 Lions out the door.
Their T side was definitely something to witness. I think the score was what 10, 8, 8-3, 8-4 at the half.
Yeah, 8-4.
It was not. It wasn't a pretty T side, but I think the confidence and vibes are at an all time high. They made it to overtime. They got match point first. Won these first 2 rounds. They're feeling good.
Well,
And just as I say that,
yeah,
Soma,
well, it's
just,
I
well,
mean,
he's dipping. Let's see if the player will indulge his read. Oh, spots him.
I don't know how blind Soma was, but that is a great kill onto full cap. And now with the USP, can't get anything done. Damn it, back and forth tries for the
What is
no-scope.
going on?
But it advantages the CTs and Impastas just win. Oh my goodness, that looked like one of my matches.
chaos.
This is officially it's just 2 teams just like wrestling each other now. There's no tactics, there's no nothing. Showman is just saying, guys, let's go 5 people out lawn, and Ikurio is just saying, guys, let's just swing everything. What's the worst that could happen? And that was exactly what happened.
I want it to be known that Showman has been 5 and whatever since the start of the second half. I believe that entire CT side had absolutely not a single kill. They're still at 5 kills.
Why does he not just call for himself to go get an ace? Why does he not just do that?
Okay, Soma CT op, actually insane. A DE here in the league. I mean, look, if you're a team for next season, especially for Elite, you might want to be picking up Soma if they don't get promoted to Prem. Like,
Shoulder.
22 and 17. Look at that. Keep an eye out. Soma popping off for the Impastas. The Appa. You love to see it.
I think I was just gonna say, like, the SAV fans' worst worry has like come to realization, right? That this T side is just, I mean, apologies, but it's just like it's uninspiring, right? Like 5 people out the lawn doors. It's like we throw 1 smoke and it's like we're just gonna start chucking it, right? Like nobody's pulling the angles for that. And now we're just gonna try Inspiration B plane. I mean, Curio is hungry for it. Full cap gets 1 back.
Do it to him. Do it to him. Do it to him, full cap. Come on. 4 HP. They literally can't stop full cap. Like, this is where full cap is fully powered up, by the way. You know those like League of Legends or Dota passives where it's like the lower HP you have, the more damage you do, that's full cap. The less health they have, the more focused they are. Tachyon and full cap. Deluxe and Clumsy to come through the B tunnels. It's going to be Tachyon to take this contact. Oh, blinded. Clumsy taken low. Full cap can't get the kill onto Soma. But, I mean, look, it was looking promising, right? It was a great B-site secure for Lions, and let's go.
Yeah. The double retake from Tons is actually really smart. I don't think SAV would have expected it. Unfortunately, they put themselves in positions that were also really susceptible to it. You know, obviously full cap was 4 HP and Tachyon's not really willing to take an aggressive peek, right, for information, thinking that the B-bomb site will hold up. But the double Tons was really like the only way that UPS could have guaranteed a retake. And the flashbang was perfect from Deluxe there to set it up. It's do or die, and that usually means that SAV wins the round. But now that I've said it, they're probably going to lose it. Here comes Soma again. And well, okay.
Oh my lord. I don't think you could have asked for anything better on the CT side op. Just consistently getting that mid pick, and in the most unorthodox ways too. It's not that they're peeking out completely wide, it's they're jumping midway through and he's catching them on it.
Yeah. No, I mean, again, just the level of confidence for both Ikurio and also Soma to say, yeah, like maybe I'll lose my Opper, maybe I'll go down 4v5, but I could also go up 5v4. You know, I trust Soma to win that fight like 99 times out of 100, maybe 100 times out of 100, because I feel like he's done it every round on the CT side when he's got an op. And now Sav staring down a 2-player advantage. J Baby goes down in the B tons looking for a lurk play. It's do or die on this A bomb site, and guess who's here to receive him? It's Clumsy and Deluxe.
27 and 22, and you're right, Deluxe 23 and 18. West also coming in. Clumsy will get one before taken down by Showman. Showman now on to 6 kills in a 2v4 scenario with Lil Bruska. Lil Bruska trying to get something done with the P250. Showman creeping back and forth. That's a great kill onto West. Immediately traded out by Deluxe. Lil Bruska in a 1v3 scenario. 1v2 tries to get the kill from the P250. No, Impastas will take the victory 16-14 in a back and forth battle here on Dust 2. Well fought from the Lions.
Yeah, I really, really well played across the board. And I mean, just some of the individual heroics were just out of this like mind. I feel like I'm just disintegrating right now.
I want to really want to quickly highlight Clumsy 82% headshot, 28 and 23. Just that's a monstrous stat to have. 82% headshot percentage. I think that's just absolutely crazy. But also Soma within that second half of overtime, not only just consistently getting those mid picks, but doing it with like just once again they're jumping. There's just no universe where they're jumping. All you spot is the shoulder, and they're just it's a pixel of their shoulder for the mid doors, and they still somehow get it. I Sav up, I guess, but UPS winning out this game here.
Don't worry, we'll never stop saving up. Even if they lose tonight, I will save up till the day I die. If there's only one person left in this world that supports Sav, it'll be me. And if no one supports Sav, then I will be dead.
It is still, if they play a perfect rest of the season, I believe it is still possible for them to make playoffs. This game was so incredibly close against the Impastas, and I said it a couple times, and I'm going to say it again. This was such a banger match for Friday night Counter-Strike here in the CSC. I hope everybody enjoyed that map, because I know I did. Like, again, I know, Starly, you don't like Dust 2, but you have to agree, no matter what map, even if we get that kind of Counter-Strike, like, it's always a banger match, right? And
you could literally see the pug start to seep into that match towards the end of it. It's like the bullshit 1v3s, 1v4s, like the nonsensical, like crazy flicks. Like you could feel it. Like the level 10 started showing. Like screw your CSC MMR. Like the level 10s, the top 1K started showing. As like you could hear the face of like Q start to tick down. It's like, wow, I'm in it now for Dust 2.
I think what really solidified it was the chaos on that A bomb side. That was just really funny to watch, because it was flashbang after flashbang. Everyone pulled out their pistols. Every single one of them had like four or six bullets left in their AK M4, and they just decided to pull out the USPS or Glock just because.
I can't wait for Soma to submit his POV of that round with the Benny Hill circus music in the background as he like gets two and he's getting swarmed at with the op, like misses a couple of no skips, pulls his pistol out, and it stays alive. It is just absolute comedy, absolute cinema for the Impastas. It's like
it was
elite Counter-Strike.
You know, it's just like 1 + 1 stops adding up to 2. You start getting 11. You know what I mean? Yeah. Some facets of that match just stop making sense, and I think that's where you saw the individual brilliance come out on both sides of the equation, right? Like full cap, Little Bruska, like Tachyon a couple of times in regulation for those T-side clutches. Like those were moments where it's like you don't expect this player to win this round, you don't expect this player to pull off the impossible. They do it anyway, right? And then you look at UPS on their side. The opening aggression from Soma, down mid, never afraid to take that fight, punishing Sav multiple rounds in OT on that T side. Like, he opens up the door for the rest of UPS to get aggressive and really punish Sav as they try and open up to take space, because you can play different when you're up a player in a 5v4. You have an extra teammate behind you to facilitate that trade, or you have like an extra 3 or 4 grenades, right, on the still alive player compared to the dead body of Sav in like secret.
And I want to throw out really quickly, looking at the scoreline, 9 out of 30 rounds played in this game were won by the T side. So, like, basically a third of the rounds were T side. If you're either one of these teams and you want to pick Dust 2 and you want to play Dust 2 again, then really like solve your T side, whether you're Impastas or whether you're the Lions. Like, I think, let's see here. Impastas won 4, and then Lions won 4, and then Lions only won 1 T round, right? So it's like, just if you solve that T side, then you could unlock Dust 2, which might be beneficial as you go later on into the season, right? You're facing off some of these other teams. Now they know, like, they have some footage on you, especially if you're Lions. They now have 2 games on you on Dust 2. But if you solve that T side, then you can definitely pull this out as a pick later on in the season, right?
That is just map terrorism, because I know a lot of teams are afraid of Dust 2. I myself do not like that map. And you only get one ban in the playoffs, it's always a best of 3, so you can only ban one map. So do you ban like another perma, right? And then do you leave open Dust 2 and then wait for some map terrorists like UPS to come in? Clumsy comes in like swinging everything, just getting 2K sprays that don't make sense. Soma just owns you from mid doors every round. Like, are you willing to put up with that, or are you going to play your perma ban, And so being able to expand that map pool to show that you have, other maps up your sleeve, really important for a team that wants to contend for the playoffs. And I think UPS did a really good job today showing that, they're a team to be considered.
You're absolutely right. I would agree. And again, UPS pushing themselves a little bit higher in the standings. SAV having to fight more and more. Next to Starly, you guys have any closing remarks on these two teams?
Dust 2 is the greatest map alive.
I vehemently
No.
disagree with Nexus, but
Dude, it's Train's the best map. All right.
You're right. Aztec.
I need to
Bring
go. I
back
need to
Train.
go into league discussion right now, and I need to post the SAV logo, and then I need to post the up emoji.
Go ahead.
And then I'm gonna post. Like
Do
a
it, Starly.
it's like
And
K after.
I think
you know what all of you in chat should do? You should hit that follow button if you haven't already here on Twitch. We got more action, I believe, Monday night, or is it tomorrow night? I know we have some reschedules. At the very least, I know for sure we have premiere match happening Monday night on this channel here, CS Confederation. You can also check out csconfederation.com, the website. We've got articles, we've got stats, all sorts of cool stuff. Discord.gg/CSC will get you into the Discord. We've got a fun community event. I've heard rumors that they're going to be doing non-competitive map tournaments on Fridays. They're trying to get that event going. There's also other events for other games that happen regularly. There's match day pick'ems for the league. Even if you're not on a team, you can hop in the 10-mans. There's pugs going on, all sorts of amazing Counter-Strike stuff happening here at the CS Confederation. We would love to have you. I'm Aatrax. Starly, thank you so much for casting with me, as well as Nexus, who was doing a hot mic and doing all of our observing, producing tonight. Thank you in chat. You're all amazing. Have a great night.
Have a good night, everyone. Bye
Bye bye.
bye.
Bye.